Welcome, Family First Life Dream Team. If you're watching this video, that means that you've either gotten licensed or you're newly to the team. And so this video right here, we're going to give you a short presentation on how we do our in-home, okay? And this in-home can either be used for burial insurance if you're doing like final expense, and or if you're doing internet life, okay? Any type of internet life. And so what we're going to do, we're going to hop right into it, and I'm going to cover exactly on how to do a winning presentation. This is going to be very simple and very easy. If you're new here and you're just getting started, hey, listen, watch this video 50, 60, 70 times, and you'll be very proficient at doing this, very effective in the home, and be able to help a lot of people, okay? So when first coming into a home, the first thing that we do is, how you doing, Mr. and Mrs. Client? Shoes on or off? Keep your shoes on. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Client. As we're walking to sit down, I'm just complimenting something that I've seen in the home. Rather it be maybe she's cooking and it smells good, or he has a nice car in the driveway, or it's a nice painting on the wall. I'm trying to find something to compliment them on within the first 30 seconds of walking in the home. That builds the rapport. It builds people, when you compliment somebody, they like you. So that definitely does help. Okay, so then once we sit down, I'm right to it. I'm asking them 3 questions, which is on the final expense worksheet. And the 3 questions are, most people, Mr. and Mrs. Client, fill this out for one of 3 reasons. Either number 1, they don't have any life insurance or burial insurance. Number 2, they have some, but they need more. Or number 3, they want to make sure that if something happens, they can leave some money behind to their loved ones. Which of those 3 most relate to you? Awesome. Well, we definitely can take care of that, look into that for you today. Mr. and Mrs. Client, I did want to ask you, if I came here today and you died yesterday, who would be the one here left picking up the pieces? So before I get started, Mr. and Mrs. Client, then I do want to show you my license, okay? So Family First Life, Dream Team, we definitely want to make sure that we have our license printed out, as well as our driver's license, so that they can see and laminate it, so that they can see that you are who you say you are. Show them the license. They'll look at it for a couple seconds and pass it back. So, okay, great. So, Mr. and Mrs. Client, the company that I'm with is called Family First Life. Family First Life is not the insurance company. Okay, we work with about 17 A+ rated companies, and then as you'll see in the video, we'll show them the will. And I'm saying, okay, great. So I'm going to ask the question: are you familiar with any of these carriers or any of these companies, Mr. and Mrs. Client? You've seen Mutual of Omaha, okay. You've seen John Hancock. You've seen Gerber. You've seen AIG. Awesome, okay. Well, we work with about 17 of the top A+ rated companies in the country, okay. And what we're going to do today is going to be very simple. What we're going to do is accomplish 4 things. Number 1, we're going to do all the shopping for you today. Okay, so we're going to shop around 17 different companies to give you the best rates, give you the best coverage that you can get. Number 2, we are going to find the coverages that's going to fix your problem. I know right now you don't have any life insurance, so we will find some coverages that can fix your problem. Number 3, we are going to find something that's obviously within the budget. It has to make sense financially. Wouldn't you agree? And then number 4, we're going to submit an application up today, and they'll let you know through the mail if you've gotten approved or not. Does that make sense, Mr. and Mrs. Client? Awesome. So after we left the presentation, we'll go right back to the final expense worksheet, which is here on the video, and we're going to just fill this out. Mr. and Mrs. Client, how old are you? 65? Awesome. And are you retired or employed? Retired. And do you get Social Security, a pension? Social Security? Okay. Medicare, awesome. Do you have anything that can act like life insurance? Do you have like any old 401ks, any stocks, any TSPs, any CDs, any IRAs? You do? Awesome. What do you have? You have a CD? How much do you have in a CD right now currently? About 20,000? Awesome. Awesome. And Mr. and Mrs. Client, are you looking for burial or are you looking for cremation? Like earth burial or cremation? Earth burial? Okay. Awesome. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Client, the average earth burial goes from anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000, depending upon who you go with. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you 3 options. I'm going to show you the first option that would take care of burial at age 65. I'm going to show you another option that could take care of burial a little bit further out. And then I'm going to show you the third option that's going to be for 25 years from now. Okay, because wouldn't you agree, Mr. and Mrs. Client, that a funeral is going to be expensive, more expensive 20 years from now than it is today? Wouldn't you agree with that? Absolutely. So I'm going to show you those 3 options, okay? And then, do you smoke, Mr. and Mrs. Client? Don't smoke? Okay. And do you have a bank or a credit union? Credit union? Okay. And if you needed it, could you get access to like a voided check or a bank statement? You could? Awesome, awesome, awesome. And Mr. and Mrs. Client, do you have any health issues that I need to know about? You had any recent heart attacks, cancer, HIV, hepatitis C, anything that I need to be aware of? No? Awesome. Just a little high blood pressure? I understand that. That's not too bad. How many medications are you on for high blood pressure or been prescribed? Just one? Okay. Have you been prescribed any other medication? No other medication, just that one for high blood pressure? Okay, so you're really healthy. All right, you're going to live to be 90, 95 years old. Awesome. And then have you had any major surgeries in the last 7 to 10 years outside of childbirth? Awesome. Awesome. So based on what you've told me so far, what I'm going to do, Mr. and Mrs. Client, I'm going to run a quick pre-qualifier, and then I'm going to be able to show you what the options are. Then after that, Family First Life, Dream Team, all we want to do is we just want to go straight into America. That's our flagship product, flagship company. They have great products, great customer service. Go directly to America. They're 65 years old. So we're going to run Eagle, okay? Run Eagle, fill out all the boxes that are yellow. Go to the FFL hub, go to e-applications. When you go to e-applications, you'll be good to go. It'll pull it right on up for you. Hit new e-app. Type in their name, type in their date of birth. The first one that pops up is Eagle Premier Service. Click on Eagle Premier and then fill out the information that's in there. Name, address, height, weight, things like that. And then there's a part on there that they ask about the social. So what we say right there is, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Client, these plans are non-medical, as you read about. So what the insurance companies do is they do what's called an MIB check. Are you familiar with that? No problem, Mr. and Mrs. Client. What the MIB is, it's a place where all insurance companies can go to check your prescription history, medical history, and criminal record. Make sure there's no dead bodies in the freezer, okay? Awesome. What's your social, Mr. and Mrs. Client? Get their social, move on through the application, get to the product information tab, type in the face amount. It has to be anywhere between 5 to 30,000. Type in any face amount, go down, answer the rest of the questions. Then go to the underwriting tab, initiate the underwriting, have them sign for the MIB, show them what the MIB is, like it's an authorization form, have them sign for it. They come back, and after you initiate the underwriting, there's gonna be a tab that pops up in the right-hand corner that says, hey, you based on the MIB check, they may qualify for up to $30,000 worth of coverage. Okay? Once you see that, then you want to go back to the product information tab and show them the 3 options. Okay? If they're looking for earth burial, I would show $15,000 in coverage, $20,000 in coverage, and $25,000 in coverage. Write that down on your final expense worksheet. Okay? Doesn't matter if you using Nobility on your iPad, or you have a tablet where you can write it down, or if you have a physical sheet of paper, write down those 3 options. And as you write them down, turn it over and show them the options. And say, okay, great. This is what we came back. Mr. and Mrs. Client, we have $15,000. That is $83 a month. We have $20,000. That is $102 a month. And then we have $25,000. That is $131 a month. Which of these options make the most sense for you? They'll pick one. Awesome. So you can do the 20,000, the $102 a month. Okay. So that's about $3 a day. That won't take food off the table. Okay. So about $102 a month, no problem. Awesome, Mr. Okay, great. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish the application, and then they'll let, like I said, we'll submit it up, and then they'll let you know if you get approved or not. All right. Awesome. So now, Dream Team, now that now that you've gotten this far, you pretty much just grow through the rest of the application, ask the health questions, put down their beneficiaries, get their routing and account information to submit the application. And then that's pretty much it. Okay. And if they don't come back, we'll obviously get with your manager, get with a business partner of yours, and they can help you with where to go next if they don't qualify for Americo. But obviously we have our sheet that helps with that as well. Listen, if you follow these very simple steps in this very simple presentation, it makes it very easy and very simple. Okay, we don't have to overcomplicate this. You'll be able to help a lot of families when you do this. And in turn, you'll be able to change some lives as well. That's all our time till the next time, and we'll see you at the top, Dream Team. All right, family. So, Dream Team, if you're watching this is when you found some money. I know early in the presentation, we talked about they had 25,000 or 20,000 in a CD. So what you want to do when you're talking about setting it up for a BAMFAM, which BAMFAM stands for Book the Meeting from a Meeting, okay? Very simple. Say, listen, so Mr. and Mrs. Client, I know you all have your money sitting over there in the CD. There's really only 3 things that can happen with your money. And then you want to draw it out, and we'll generally draw it out. I'll draw 3 arrows. I'll draw 1 arrow pointing up, 1 arrow pointing level, and then 1 arrow pointing down, okay? And I'll say, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Client, there are only 3 things that your money can do. Either your money can go up, it can stay the same, or it can go down. Of one of those 3 options, which one of those 3 would you want to eliminate most? They'll tell you, I don't want my money to go down. Awesome. Great. Well, listen, I know you had that 25,000 over there. If I can show you, Mr. and Mrs. Client, on how you can get a better rate of return on your money with 0 risk of losing any of it, would you be open to learning more? You would? Great. Well, listen, I don't have time to cover that today. However, I'll be back in the area next week. Which day works better for you? I can swing back and show you more, give you more information on that. Would Thursday be easier, or you think Saturday would be better? Saturday, okay. What time is good? Do you think in the morning, afternoon? Same time, so you want to go same time next Saturday at 12 o'clock? Great, well listen, I'm looking forward to it, and I'll have more of the information when we come back. Listen, that's how you do it. You draw the 3 arrows, 1 pointing up, 1 pointing level, 1 pointing down. Which of those 3 would you want to eliminate most? They're going to say, I don't want to lose any money. Everybody's going to say that. Exactly. So if I can show you, Mr. and Mrs. Client, where you can get a better rate of return, minus losing any money, without any risk of losing any money, would you be open to learning more about that? They'll say, yeah, I would. Great. And then just set up another time to come back, and then we'll go ahead and run the annuity, run the illustrations for it, and then be good to go. That's really it when it comes to how to find the money, making sure you go through the worksheet and sticking to the process. If you stick to the process, Dream Team, you'll be very successful, and it'll be a lot less thinking that you have to do throughout the day. You just go through your process, right? And so that's really it. What we wanted to do, like I said, if you're watching this, watch this over and over and over again until it becomes second nature. And that's all our time till the next time. We'll see you at the top, Dream Team.
Hustle, pay the price. Want a slice? Got to roll the dice, that's why.